Now, on Tuesday, House Democrats unveiled articles of impeachment against President Donald Trump. So now those articles included, of course, obstruction of Congress and abuse of power. So now, after that very somber moment, or solemn moment, as Nancy Pelosi reminded us, the Democrats, then convened again to hand Donald Trump an amazing policy win. So now they announced that they had Democrats and Republicans reached a bipartisan agreement with the White House on a replacement to NAFTA. So it's the USMCA, it's Mexico-Canada Agreement. So again, that's a revision of NAFTA that essentially didn't really change a whole lot. And so a few minor tweaks over the original, but of course, Democrats are joyful and jubilant, saying, oh, look at some of the changes that we got that were very modest. I know, leadership, right? Profiles in courage from Republicans. But so now the problem here, and the reason that there's that I'm going after this, Democrats for this, and other progressives are criticizing Democrats, is because what they've done is that they have essentially handed Donald Trump a win by now letting him, allowing him to say that he had fulfilled a major campaign promise. And so it makes him look good because, hey, look, even through the Democrats' feckless impeachment, I don't know if he even knows that word, but ridiculous impeachment, I managed to do this. I got this done. Oh, frustrating. And that's the narrative that's going to go forward. So now it looks bad for Democrats because they're essentially saying, on one hand, we're going to impeach the president for being totally unfit for office. And also, hey, great job, Donald Trump, on this trade deal. Wonderful. Love your policy. Oh, but the problem is it is centrist 101. So now, according to CNN, and this will frustrate you, behind closed doors, Pelosi insisted that Democrats had the upper hand in the trade deal and, quote, out-strategized the GOP. Let me give you a quote here from Pelosi, who is boasting behind the scenes that, quote, we ate their lunch. We ate their lunch. Oh my God. Oh, no, you didn't eat anybody's lunch. You ate your own lunch. You gave Trump a gigantic win on the very same day that you brought impeachment. By the way, undermining your entire argument. And look, I know this is basically political at this point, but this has to do with strategy. Okay. Look, I'm no strategist. Okay. In the words of George W. Bush, I don't know the strategery. But I do know that in the same day that you're saying that your leader, that the Republican leader is unfit for office, that you don't also hand him a gigantic campaign promise and policy win. That's not what you do. I know she's a master legislator. She's playing 12-dimensional chess. No, you're not. Oh my God, what a disaster. Now, there's of course a lot of progressives who feel the same way. I want to give you some quotes here. Jamil Bowie, a New York Times columnist, said this, quote, congrats to House Democrats for handing Trump a nice bipartisan victory on the same day they announced their articles of impeachment. Definitely not a muddled message. Agreed. Adam Serwer said this, House Dems were elected on a wave of anti-Trump sentiment and are now diligently working to ensure his re-election and send a message to the electorate that impeachment is just meaningless partisan theater. But again, all right, more. He says, quote, either the Republic is in danger and impeachment is necessary, or it's not that big a deal and Congress can do business as usual. And you know what the irony is, too? Trump is going to continue to call them do-nothing Democrats. Hear me now, quote me later. Okay? More. Chris Hayes. He said this on Twitter, quote, nothing more perfectly embodies the Democratic Party than announcing articles of impeachment and a huge deal with the president on a single biggest priority on the same day. Great. Will Sansel, researcher at the University of Minnesota Law School, said Pelosi's strategy was, quote, insane. This isn't 12-dimensional chess. It's just House Democrats spinning wildly in place, trying to square two incompatible facts. Their irresistible desire to look sober and bipartisan by always compromising, and the absolute objective unacceptability of Trump. And the result, he says, is lunacy. Dude, these are fantastic. And again, by people that are much smarter than me and have excellent takes. Now, more. You've got Brian Butler, editor-in-chief at Crooked Media, called Pelosi's strategy a, quote, stunning betrayal. Quote, if you killed the deal, you can say it was a terrible deal, like everything else Trump has done, and that you'll do better. That seems like it was politics 101. Again, this is what Republicans do. Kill the deal and say we could do better. And then, of course, Republicans don't do it, but Democrats actually could and introduce their own deal that probably would be better, depending on, what's in it, obviously. And if it embraces progressive priorities or if it's more establishment TPP-like stuff. But okay. So now he continues by saying, if you pass the deal, you tell voters, yeah, the president's deals are actually pretty good, just like he promised. It's insane. It's insane. Now, okay, so this points to a fact that progressives are very, very well aware of. Democrats are terrible at politics. Now, progressives are fantastic at policy. And look, even a lot of Democrats, they know single payer is better. They know free college is a better policy. But these Democrats, they don't know politics. They don't understand politics. So they think, oh, no, we have to politically, even though I may personally believe in Medicare for all and that it's a better plan and free college, but I can't do the politics of it. Fox News, what is Fox News going to say? What are the Republicans going to say against me? Maybe I'm going to win or not win my reelection. Terrible politics. Terrible. They're terrible at this. They're really, really bad. But you know who is good at it? Republicans. For example, Kevin McCarthy, after this happened, by the way, this is a House Minority Leader. Kevin McCarthy comes out and he says that Nancy Pelosi made the timing of the deal with Trump. She basically sat on it and waited in order to hurt Trump. You hand Trump a fantastic deal, but Republicans spin it as you waited because impeachment is not popular. So that's why, of course, you had to cover it up. And that's going to be the Republican narrative going forward, by the way. Oh, see, she only agreed to the USMCA because impeachment is so popular and she wants to bury it. And because, her impeachment charges are just crap and they're mindless political theater. That's the Republican narrative going forward. Congratulations. How's that bipartisanship working out with you, for you, Nancy? He also said that she was purposely making America weaker. And again, the only reason impeachment is unpopular, I remind you that 51% of Americans want impeachment and removal of the president. And you know what? 70% of the population support impeaching President Trump. God damn it. But Kevin McCarthy, he's good at playing politics, or at least better than Nancy Pelosi. And even after Pelosi hands Trump a win, he still goes after her. This is why Republicans win. For one, they don't care about the truth. No, they don't care about facts. And number two, they actually do play hard politics. Now, just imagine for a moment what would happen if you had a party that actually knew how to play politics and has the truth and popular opinion on their side. Imagine what would happen. You know what would happen? They would be damn near unstoppable. They would crush in nearly every election. But you know what? Unfortunately, The Democrats are not that party. Hey guys, hopefully you enjoyed that free video. Now I'm going to have to ask you a favor. Between the demonetization and the YouTube algorithm messing around with view counts, etc., we're having a hard time adjusting to the new YouTube reality, which is where you guys come in. See, we have a Patreon, patreon.com/TYTNation, set up to help us rely on you guys, the viewers, instead of big corporate ads. Look, you know the show. You know I'm not in favor of big corporations anyway. So help us transition away from relying on the ad model to pay the bills and sign up to be a patron, patreon.com/TYTNation. That goes a long way to help us keep the lights on. And you guys will know that you're supporting independent progressive media.